let's jump into a future that's honestly arriving way faster than we think. Today, we're going to break down how artificial intelligence is completely recoding the rules of war and global power. And look, the scenarios we're about to explore, they're not science fiction. They're based on the exact trajectory we are on right now. So let's get into it.
Okay, so picture this. You turn on the news just a couple of years from now. The date is April 3rd, 2026, and the headlines you're seeing, they aren't about some distant possibility. They're about immediate, world-shaking events happening right now. And then this cryptic message flashes across the screen. A countdown. To what, exactly? This is the kind of tension that starts to build when the time to make a decision shrinks from days, or even hours, down to mere seconds. And that, right there, gets to the absolute heart of what we're exploring today. This isn't just about new weapons or new foreign policies. We're talking about a fundamental rewrite of the entire operating system for global power. So let's patch into that broadcast from 2026. Now, just keep in mind, while the specific events are fictional, they are built on the very real technological and geopolitical trends of today. This is a pretty good guess at what our near future could actually look like. The headlines paint this really stark, interconnected picture. You've got great powers like China and India making huge moves, securing their own interests with their own homegrown tech. At the same time, you see Western alliances making AI-driven targeting just standard operating procedure. But the real through line here, the thing that connects all of it, is what you see right there at the bottom, the automation of the kill chain. That's the military term for the entire process, from finding a target to hitting it. And it's being handed over to machines at an incredible speed. So, how in the world did we get to that 2026 reality? Well, it's all being driven by one massive technological shift, the agentic revolution. This right here is the engine behind every single one of those headlines. Agentic warfare is all about two things, speed and clarity. Instead of people being totally overwhelmed with data, just trying to find a signal in all the noise, these agentic AI systems do all the sifting for them. They process everything, satellite pictures, drone feeds, comm signals, and they push only the most critical information to commanders exactly when they need it. It's all about gaining that decisive advantage. Basically, being able to think and act faster than your opponent. So what this shows us is that AI isn't just some single tool. No, it's being woven into every single level of warfare. Down at the bottom, at the tactical level, you have AI managing drone swarms and gathering intelligence. Move up a level to operational, and it's handling complex logistics and battlefield maneuvers. And right at the top, at the strategic level, it's helping with the highest level wargaming and contingency planning. It's a total full-spectrum transformation. Okay, this is a really crucial point. Maybe the most important shift in control we've seen in a long, long time. For years, the model was human in the loop. Think of a drone pilot actually having to pull the trigger. The brand new model is human on the loop. In this setup, a commander sets the rules of engagement, they define the mission's goals, and then the machine goes and executes that mission autonomously. The human becomes a supervisor, not a micromanager. And that is how you get warfare moving at the speed of a machine. But let's be super clear, this didn't just pop up out of nowhere. This has been coming for a long time. Way back in the 1950s, Project SAGE used a computer that weighed 250 tons to run air defenses. Fast forward to 2017, Project Maven used AI to sift through countless hours of drone footage. And right now, today, the Pentagon's Replicator initiative is explicitly designed to field thousands of autonomous systems at once. The trend line here is just crystal clear. More automation, more autonomy, and it is speeding up like crazy. Now, this incredibly powerful technology isn't just happening in a lab somewhere. It's creating a whole new global chessboard. So let's take a look at how different countries are using it to build new power centers and literally rewrite old strategies. All right, let's start with India. It's been pushing this strategy of technological self-reliance. Its mission Sudarshan chakra isn't just some air defense system. It's a massive statement. It's an AI-powered nationwide shield that's designed and built in India. This is them signaling to the world that they're a major independent tech power. And the capabilities? They're just astounding. It layers multiple defenses, from missile interceptors all the way to futuristic energy weapons. AI is the brain here, predicting attacks before they even happen. Its advanced radar can track hundreds of targets at once, even ones moving at insane hypersonic speeds. This thing is a shield built for the threats we're going to face tomorrow. Okay, now let's pivot to China. For them, the main driver is energy security. Their whole Look East policy is about making sure the oil and gas keeps flowing and doing it in a way that bypasses those traditional sea lanes and financial systems controlled by the West. By forging these strategic partnerships, Beijing is building a whole new commercial and security network centered on Eurasia.
And what we're seeing is Russia and China teaming up to become what analysts are calling technological anchors. They're not just selling weapons. No, they're exporting an entire alternative tech ecosystem. By giving their allies advanced systems like the S-400 air defense or the Beidou satellite navigation network, they're creating a multipolar world where other countries don't have to rely only on Western tech anymore for their security. And this, of course, brings us to a really critical and frankly deeply troubling part of this whole new era. When machines are making life-or-death decisions in milliseconds, what happens when they get it wrong? This is the accountability gap. This slide really nails the core of the problem. I mean, think about it. If an autonomous drone hits a school by mistake instead of a weapons depot, who's to blame? Is it the programmer who wrote the code? The commander who was only supervising from a distance? You can't exactly put an AI on trial, right? Our entire legal system just doesn't have an answer for this.
And here's what's so frustrating. Pretty much everyone agrees this is a massive problem. I mean, look, at the UN, there's this huge global consensus that we need meaningful human control. And yet, there's no binding international treaty to actually enforce it. The tech is just moving way, way faster than our diplomacy can.
This is what the experts call the accountability gap. You see, our laws of war are all built around human intentions and human decisions, but a machine doesn't have intent. And when a human commander is only on the loop, setting broad rules instead of making every single targeting call, well, it becomes almost impossible to pin the blame on any one person for an unlawful act. And here is the great paradox, right? The reason everyone is racing into this legal fog is because the military advantage is just so powerful. The sheer speed and scale of data these systems can crunch, I mean, no team of humans could ever hope to match it. That promise of being able to make better decisions faster is almost impossible to resist.
But international law is crystal clear on one thing. You cannot delegate responsibility to a machine. Period. The state, the country, is always responsible for how its weapons are used. So even as that kill chain gets more and more automated, the legal chain of accountability has to lead back to a human. Figuring out how to square that circle is one of the biggest challenges of our time. Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. We've looked at the tech, the new geopolitical landscape, and the huge legal crisis it's kicking off. This is our recoded reality.
The AI is being deployed. Global alliances are shifting based on who controls the technology. International law is absolutely struggling to keep up. That broadcast from 2026, it might be a fictional scenario, but every single piece of it is being built brick by brick right now as we speak. Which leaves us with one final and absolutely critical question. As we sprint towards this future of automated war, what are the brakes? What real guardrails, technical, legal, ethical, can we possibly build before that 14-day clock is no longer a hypothetical, but our reality? The answer to that is going to define the future of war for all of us.